my channel. Last we left off, we were working on Brian's Fast and Furious Mitsubishi Eclipse, and figure we're just gonna finish it up today and get it ready for the track. Um, I have done some. I went ahead and did finished up the decaling, which you can see here. It's all nice and pretty. And so we're gonna be working on the we're working on the interior tub, and I put the gray, the Tamiya gray on there, and I'm gonna lighten it up a little bit, but then I'm just gonna gloss coat it and then finish it up. I'm gonna put seat belts on the seats and call it a day. We'll mount it into the body and put it on the chassis, and we'll give it a little test run. So we'll be working on that and getting that done. Also, I will be finishing up soon the little Spitfire. This is the British Warbird, and also my latest obsession is my my hopper, my little lowrider. Comes with a little control box, and I can hop this car, do little hops and stuff. But I'm gonna, work work on the body as well. It's a lot of fun. These lowriders, these guys, they put a lot of work into the paint jobs. So I'm gonna, it's my first endeavor, so I'm gonna try to make it look cool and everything. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with this. I got a lot of stuff from Hop and Hydros. They got some nice wheels and rims that go on there. And like I said, it's a little control box that makes it hop. It's really cool. So yes, I got some fun projects coming about. Also, I got my motors in for the bat boat, so I'm going to be doing that. Stay tuned for that one. If you guys, subscribe to my channel, you don't have to subscribe, but if you do, you'll get little updates on what I'm doing. And also, I got some really cool projects coming up, and I think you guys will enjoy the content. It's really cool stuff I'm coming out with, and yeah, Also, the chassis that I went with is from Make It or See. Their chassis are phenomenal. If you can, give those guys a look at. They they have some really cool builds, and kind of inspired me to do what I'm doing. So if you want one of these chassis, go to Make It RC, and they'll take care of you. But I know there's been a lot of these builds out, so I've been um, looking at those videos and seeing, these builds on this particular car. There's a lot of them out there. So, people say, oh, well, this, it's been done a million times, but it has not been converted into an RC. So that's what I'm doing. And, yeah, I mean, the other stuff is straightforward and, like it's been done. But yeah, I want to get this done, and we'll get it out of the way so we can start some new projects. But I hope you enjoy, and stay tuned. We'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to start with putting in detailing the speakers in the back there, because there was some gray that kind of got in there, and just trying to stay within the lines and just cleaning that up a little bit. Just try to keep a steady hand. They have decals for these speakers, but I didn't really like them. They first of all, these are concave, and having the decal fit in there was just impossible. So I'm just kind of painting those rings around the outside part, like so. I'm going to leave the cone flat because they are appear flat. They're not shiny. And I'll do the same thing on the smaller one. Careful not to get out onto the gray. You know, a little bit is, we can clean that up later, but we don't want to try. We want to try and keep it as clean as possible. And getting those speakers painted up. Again, I'm using Testors gloss black. It's a good. I still use the Testors. A lot of guys are using Tamiya or AK or Vallejo, which are all great paints, and I do use them. But I still use Testors. I like their paint. I might have to come back and clean up around the smaller speakers again because I did go out onto the. But I just kind of keep moving on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely tidy it up a little bit again. And so I'm watching NASCAR in Mexico City. I didn't get to watch it last Sunday. I only have Prime, so I only watch what's available to me. All right, so just cleaning up. The little speakers, I could probably get away with a little more shininess even inside. And yeah, that looks pretty good. All right, we'll let that dry a little bit. I'm going to refer to the seats now, and I'm just going to paint up these little foam edges here on the seat. Keep your hands steady. That's good. A lot of guys will mask these out, but if it's a little off, it's okay. It's going to be inside the car. You're not really going to see extreme detail. Um, I was going to light this car, but put some headlights in it. But I figured I put a lot of work into it already. I can always do it later on, drill out the buckets, and you know, put the LEDs in myself if I really want to. Like I said, just take your time, keep a steady hand, rest your hand on something so you're not shaking all over the place. And yeah, it's pretty easy with a really good brush. I'm using a Japanese zero, number zero. These brushes are kind of cheap, but I can get them like by the dozens for a cheap price. But they do work really well, and they have a nice point to them. You can find them on AliExpress. All right, so I got the little bump cushions done, and a lot of guys do the reverse. They do the black and then the gray on the cushions. There's different. I've looked at all these different stock photos of the Mitsubishi Eclipse Fast and Furious version, And there's a lot of different versions of the interior. Um, I'm trying to stay as close as I can to what you know what it looks like in the movie. But it's just some things I like to do add to that myself that I like. And you like the decals. I didn't use all their decals, and that's fine. You don't have to. You can, it's your model. You make it the way you want. So I'm just apologize if my thumb is in the way. Just finishing up on these little pads. And that's it. All right, so I'm going to continue working on these, and when I come back, we'll work a little on the dashboard and stuff. Then we're going to start putting everything together. And oh, by the I don't, I'm going to show you how I put in my seat belts. I'm not doing a 5 point. I'm just going to do a four strap seat belt, and yeah, we'll take it from there. 2 seconds. We'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. What I started doing was I finished off and glued in the speaker column and the rear back seat, and sprayed that with a little bit of Gundam clear gloss. It's a Gundam marker, believe it or not. It's really cool. I got this marker airbrush, and what you do is you take the marker, and you stick it right into the airbrush like so, and then you turn your air on. Now I'm not using, you can use a compressor, but I'm just using my just a small air can because I'm just doing little shots of stuff at the desk. So in order for me to put the decals on, I want to have it so I can, you know, I'm going to gloss it up a little bit. This way I can shine it. So see, sometimes you might have to adjust it a little bit. Got to adjust it so that the tip is right in front of. Sometimes you got to tap the tip a little bit, get some of that flowing. There we go. And I'm just gonna shine up this dashboard, hitting it with a clear coat. Whoop. Okay, don't do that. Let's put it on a clip. Be easier. Okay. Yes, much better. Okay, so I got it on a clip, and you don't really need to like have a booth for this. You can. It's just a quick little shot here and there, and you could also use this to seal your decals as well. So that looks pretty good. Okay, let that dry. And let's see, got the nitro can, and we're gonna nitrous can. So I'm gonna spray that. Quick little shine. There we go.
And let's see, steering wheel I'm going to have to do as well. Throw that on a clip, and we'll just give that a quick shot. And this little marker thing is really cool. It's a Gundam. I use it for my Gundam when I build my mecha kits and my Gunpla stuff, and it works great. And it's adjustable. You can put different markers on here. The holder is adjustable, I should say, and you can put different, what you call it, markers in there, different sizes. Okay, I'm going to do up the seats, and again, I'm going to put them on a clip. Give the seats a little shine. And sometimes you're gonna have to shake it up a little bit. They take the marker out, make sure there's some liquid coming out. It does dry up a little bit as you're using it. Okay. All right. Put a clip on the other seat. Okay. Okay. So we got all that. And let's see. Gotta warm up and get a little bit. And I'm gonna spray that. Okay. So, honey, okay, so get that all in there. And let's see. Yeah, that looks good. So now we're ready to put the decals in. So we'll be right back and we'll do that. Okay, so where we left off was we were putting in the decals on the car, the part in the dashboard, all the dials, and I put in the tack and steering wheel. I also did the center console. Got a few dials with the shifter. Oh, I also did the tailpipe, which is going to mount on just on the back of the car. I'm going to put a little more detail into that. And they did the seats with the Sparco seat belts. It's got the little buckles and everything on it. It's pretty cool. All right, so I'm going to show you guys how I put in the seat belts. So first of all, you're going to need a toothpick with some CA glue, and we're going to use the toothpick to put onto the straps. So take the one strap, okay, which has got the little buckle on it. I already got these set up because it's a lot of fiddly work, so you don't really want to be fiddling around with that on the camera. And what I do is I just take it, I put it through the hole here, and sometimes it gives you a little hard time, but you just go kind of sideways, it'll go through. And get it into the back. Now I want to make sure that the belt comes all the way down and bends over. So that's kind of where I want it to look. So then I go to the back, take a little CA glue, and I'm going to put it right onto the strap. And then I'm just going to fold that over with a pair of tweezers, like so. And there you go. So now all I got to do is glue it down into the seat. So I'm going to take a little CA glue, put it on the back of the strap, and then I'm going to put that down, push that down into the seat, and then just kind of hold it there for a minute, and it should stay. And there you have it. You got one strap in. So then we're going to repeat that same process on the other side, and we're going to put it in through the hole and come around the back, and a little CA glue, put it onto the strap, and push that down like so. And then the same thing here, little CA glue on the back of the strap, just a little bit, don't go crazy, you don't want it all over the seat. Gonna push that down with a pair of pliers, tweezers. Just kind of hold it there for a second. And now we have the straps in. The same thing for the lap belts. Gonna put those down in here. All I'm gonna do is, whoop, that one popped up. So hold that down for a second. Okay, that should stay now. And now we're gonna put this, we're gonna wrap it right around the back of the seat. See where it's gonna sit. And that's fine, right there is good. So I'm gonna take some more CA glue, put it on the back of the strap, bring it around the chair, and then right onto there. And this extreme power CA glue really works great. Same thing with the buckle. We're going to bring that around the back of the chair. So we're going to put a little bit of CA glue right on the back of the buckle. And wrap that around. Probably could do it with my fingers. And then I'm going to bring it right down onto the seat. Let it sit. Hold it there for a minute. All right. So now we got the lap belt in there. And then we're going to put the other one in on the other side. Same thing. Rinse and repeat. Bring the belt around the bottom. Gonna take some glue, put on there, wrap the belt around, hold it for a minute, and voila. So now we're just gonna put a little bit of glue on the back of this one, bring that down into the seat. It's a little fiddly, you gotta kind of hold it for a second. All right, and there you have it. Got your seat belts in. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put everything into the tub. So let's see. So let's get the center console in, and same process. We're gonna put some CA glue in there. And we're gonna put a little right on the pin and a little around the edges there. And you guys know this stuff. It's straightforward now at this point. Just putting in the details in the interior tub. Seats are pretty straightforward as well. They do have locator pins. I left one side in. I didn't do both sides. And I want to glue these down because normally you could probably just snap these in, but it's going to be on the track, so I want them to be in there nice and snug. There we go. Snapped right in. Okay. And let's do the other one. Obviously it's not going to be like the model because the regular straight build, because I had to do some modifications to get it to fit over the electronics and stuff. It's going to look a little different than like what it would look like if I did it right out of the box. But it has a lot of the detail that I like. And here we go. That guy's in there. And there we have got the speakers in the back with the buckets. One other thing I'd want to do is also put in the nitrous tank, which I have to find. Okay, what did I do with the nitrous tank? Okay. Alright, I have to find the nitrous tank. Alright, well, we'll get back to that. Let's get the dashboard in. So dashboard, you can mount right onto the body like that. So that'll be in, and that'll sit. Then you can bring the tub in. So I'm going to do that first. I'm going to mount the dashboard. Okay, so I'm back. I had a little trouble trying to find the nitrous tank, but now I've got it, and it's all painted up and It's got a little nitro decal. It's pretty nice. And we're going to mount that right on the back, right there. Okay, so get my tweezers, and I'm going to take a little CA glue with a Q-tip, a toothpick, and just put a little on there. Okay, some light on there, and I'm going to put it right there. Beautiful. There we go. That's looking really good. I'm liking that. Okay, so that's that. Have the dashboard glued in. So now we're just going to glue this interior tub in. Just going to put it on some points. A little bit on the back. The front here. You know what? Let's get a little more glue out here. And oh, all right. Okay. A little along the edges here. Over here. And over here. And then we're just going to slide this guy right in there. All right. I'm just gonna at some stress points. I'm just gonna add a little more CA glue. So I'm gonna right by the dashboard. I'm gonna put some more in there by the dash, and then a little right on the door panels, and then just a little dab-a-doo-ya back here. And that's it. Now we have a full interior. Body's ready to mount. Magnets are mounted on the bottom to go to the chassis. All right. And now I'm just going to put the tailpipe on. Okay. Tailpipe's going to go. Okay. Right in the corner here. This is probably going to wind up breaking off, but okay. Looks cool. Alright, let's just give it a little more glue. Okay. You know what? Let's give that a shot of kicker. Watch the windows. Yeah, I did a shot of kicker on the front and I fogged my window. So be careful. Don't use kicker near your windows. I had to go over this with some turtle lens cleaner. It took me a while to get it out. It's still kind of little spots here and there, but I mean, looks back to clear again, thank God. And you can see the nitrous bottle and the speakers in the back. You can kind of see the seat belts and stuff in there. The hood is down with magnets, so that's good. So it's ready. It now the body's pretty much ready for the track. Okay, so let's bring over the chassis. Here's the chassis. Uh, I might do a little black wash on the tires a little bit, kind of give them a little more realistic look. So this is the one thing. So this goes underneath where the speakers are. So that's gotta be up when you mount the chassis to the body. Let's get that glue out of the way. And we'll just stick that right. That's got to go into underneath the body there. So it looks like, okay. And it's a little fiddly right at the moment. Oh, that's what it is. The body's too far back. I'm going to have to pop that out. All right, give me a second, folks. Okay, so we're back. Um, I had some issues. I fogged out the rear window with some glue, and the front window I had fogged out with some kicker the kicker for the CA glue. So I ripped the window out. I was kind of hoping we would have this all pushed together and ready to tune it up for the track, but it looks like I'm going to have to order a new kit. Um, thank God the body was okay. I actually started painting the rear window black to see if I could blacken it out, and got a little bit of paint on the body. So yeah, I had made some mistakes, but these are things that we run into in the hobby that we just got to be patient and correct. So what I'm going to do is so at least we have the interior finished. So that's good. And that's looking good. I got the nitrous bottle in there. The speakers are in the back. The seat belts are in. So all that's done. So the chassis and the interior are done. So now what I got to do is touch up and work on the body a little bit more again. Unfortunately, I put a lot of work in this. I was kind of hoping we'd get this project done so we could get it to the track. But looks like we're going to have to do one more follow up. We'll do a final. We'll push it together and tune it up a little bit and take it to the track. So, if you guys stay tuned, bear with me and have a little patience, and come back and check out the final, and we'll get this thing together. And I'm kind of happy that I messed up with the glass because I took the glass out, and that was important. I wanted to get the glass out. It would just look terrible. Um, and I'll have another kit. There's another body, another kit in there. Maybe I can order some glass online, and there's another version of this I'd like to build up as well, another different color scheme. And yeah, so that should be it. A few tools I used on this one. I used the Extreme Power medium glue, which is good. Um, these uh, use safety glasses with these. They're cheap Amazon nippers. Um, some metallic paint markers. Oh, and this is great too. This is a wax pencil. You can pick up little tiny parts with it without fiddling and trying to pick it up with your fat fingers. um, some different types of tweezers that I use, angle and straight. So, the little different little things that we need when we're, really starting to finesse and get to the nitty gritty of the kit. So, all right, guys. So stay tuned for the final. Sorry, I thought we could wrap it up in this episode, but it looks like we're gonna have to wait for the kit to come in the mail. So, and that's probably gonna be a few days. So, all right, guys, like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.